The GTS is one of the greatest features in the Pokemon games. Without it, I'd actually have to have friends and like talk to people if I wanted to trade Pokemon. Or I could buy 2 games and 2 consoles, which something only losers do. I don't do that. Crippling self-loathing aside, the GTS is like one of the most convenient features for us Pokedex completionists. Well, except for event legendaries, but I'll get to that. But as convenient as it is, it's not without its flaws. Unless you've got legendaries falling out of your ass, good luck finding a trade on this thing. But the GTS is a necessary feature. Here's why. Game Freak, I really appreciate the thought that you put into this feature, but there's still so much more that you have to do about this. Here's my list for the top 10 needed GTS features. Number 10. Nickname settings. This is probably the least important thing on this list, but I mean, like, that's why it's number 10. I, for one, am tired of asking for a Wailord and getting one that's nicknamed Your Mom and is holding a burn heal. Give me an option to choose whether I want the Pokemon to be able to have a nickname, so I don't end up crying, please. Number 9. Regions of Origin. I like shinies. I need a Japanese Ditto if I want to be considered a real shiny hunter. Let me be able to filter by region of origin so I can stop being made fun of at the shiny hunting conventions. Number 8. Requesting trade evolution items. All of these Pokemon need to hold an item and be traded to evolve. As if Nintendo wasn't already making life difficult enough for people without friends to evolve Pokemon, they add an extra step just to laugh at us. So I gotta do like 2,000 battles at the Battle Maison to get all these items, then I have to have a conversation with another human? Game Freak, you're asking way too much. Please just let me specifically ask for a Rhydon holding his protection so he can be genetically Rhyperior. But make sure this only applies to item trade evolution Pokemon, and the only item that you can ask for is a specific item that evolves them. So that way people don't go asking for Mewtwo's holding like a Whipped Dream or something. Number 7. Accepting multiple Pokemon. I'm not a picky person. I'm also greedy and there are tons of things I want. So only being able to ask for one Pokemon when I put my Pokemon into the GTS makes me cry. I'd love to be able to like ask for like multiple different Pokemon when I put something on the GTS. Letting me do this also makes it a surprise for which one I end up getting. Let me ask for like up to 5 different things. So that way it can be like Christmas morning every time I turn on my 3DS. Number 6. Offers. Building on the last point, wouldn't it be cool if we could like throw our Zigzagoons and Fletchlings at all the shiny Groudons on the GTS? Okay, maybe that'd kinda suck, but like if we gave people the option of accepting offers when putting things on the GTS, that person can choose if they want to swim in String Shot or not. There have been so many times where someone's asking for a Pokemon, but the only one I have is just 1 or 2 levels away from the level range they're asking for. You know, while we're at it, let people choose their own custom level ranges instead of the preset ranges of 10. Or at the very least, let us choose multiple of those ranges. Number 5. Pokemon possibilities. Why is this still a problem? It's been 3 generations and people are still allowed to ask for Pokemon at levels that aren't possible. I know it'd probably be a lot of work, but Game Freak really needs to go through and make it so you can't ask for impossible trades. That counts for event-only legendaries that can't be traded on the GTS at all. Why can people even ask for event legendaries if they're not tradable on the GTS? Number 4. Sorting options. Currently, the only order that searches are shown in is from newest to oldest. Now, due to people asking for impossible trades, I get that this is probably the best option. But let's pretend we're in a fantasy land where all the issues with the GTS were somehow fixed. I'd want to sort by level, nature, gender, alphabetical by the Pokemon they're asking for, and all more kinds of stuff. I know that actually reasonable trades get made in like within hours on the GTS, but in a hypothetical situation where everybody uses the GTS properly, this will be a welcome addition. Number 3. Expiration. As I've mentioned, people asking for impossible trades really sucks. If Game Freak is still gonna let these go up, the least they could do is have like a 30-day expiration on GTS postings. With how the only sorting option is newest first, nobody's gonna scroll through 2,000 people asking for Genesex to trade for something that's been up for months. And besides, no reasonable trades would stay up for that long, so it'd really only get rid of the clutter. Number 2. Searching with Pokemon. This is something I've wanted ever since the GTS was first introduced. How neat would it be to go through your PC, select a Pokemon, and then it'll show you all the trades on the GTS that Pokemon is eligible for. Instead of wonder trading or releasing my breedjects, I could just search with them on the GTS and see what I can get out of them. On a similar note, why can I try to accept a trade when the Pokemon they're asking for isn't in my PC? When your PC is as filled and unorganized as mine, you could end up looking through your boxes for 10 minutes before realizing you don't actually have it in your PC anymore. I know it shows an icon if you have the Pokemon's Dex data, but that doesn't account for level or gender factors, or whether you even still have that Pokemon. And finally, number 1, summaries. It is way too easy to lie about Pokemon on the GTS. So many people put up postings with stuff like, hidden ability 5 IV egg moves, and unsurprisingly, they have none of these things. Let me check the summaries of Pokemon before I trade for them. Also show me the IVs too, or at least show me which IVs are perfect. This would really help stop all the scamming that's going on the GTS.